Hey everyone, this is Fallon here at SimNation TV, and I'm here to give you my review of the second expansion for Sims 4, which is called Get Together. Haha, yet another expansion with the title Get in front of it. I did want to go over a couple of things before I actually get into the review. There was an update to the base game that happened a few days before the release of Get Together, so there are some things that were added to the game that is not specifically exclusive to owning this expansion. The maps are all colorized now. Woohoo! It kind of makes it feel like a more complete game now that everything is in color. The UI also got a little update. When you click on households or lots, the UI features have been moved to the lower left and right hand corners of the screen. You can see your families and you can see their traits, as well as the amount of houses, the number of bedrooms if in the house if it's unowned. So it's a little bit cleaner. It takes some getting used to because when things move, you know, you've got to look for them, and it takes a little while to get used to. But it's not too bad. I do like the updates. There was an update to the Sim phone system and texting. There was also an update. You have a group system now where you can invite your Sims to be in a group with you, which lets you take them around places with you and have them do group activities. There's a new pool venue, and you can hire NPCs to do more services for you, such as hiring a caterer to cook for you. Now, with Get Together, of course, as always, Create a Sim is a very hot topic with me. I want to mention that the Create a Sim is actually on point and Get Together. I was kind of worried because when we first heard about this expansion, I instantly thought, okay, great, they're giving us a party expansion for young adults. Do we really need this? I don't think so. But I take my words back. You know, this is not luxury party stuff pack. These are some really awesome clothes. I'm really happy and I'm really glad with the choices and the designs that they gave us. I actually feel like my Sims could wear these things out in everyday life and not look super strange. Now, I will say that some of the color options are kind of weird. I'm typically not one to just download a lot of custom content, so I'm not going to, you know, have my folders full of different color variations of the clothing. But aside from that, I actually like the clothing choices. I will note it's also a little weird that the boy Sims have a couple of more clothing options than the female children do, but you know, it's usually a female-oriented cast exploration, so I'm glad that the boys got a couple of things extra. All in all, very on point. Kudos to you, Maxis, for giving us some awesome clothes. Now with this expansion, you get one new aspiration, Leader of the Pack. It's a popularity aspiration, has to do with clubs, the new feature. And you also get two new traits. One is the Dance Machine, and one is the Insider. These are also traits that are specific to the new themes of this expansion and the new skills involved. I must say though, having Dance Machine as a trait allows you to take these things called disco naps, and I have no idea what they are doing when they are napping, but they get twice as much energy as normal Sims do when they sleep. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be my new go-to trait, and I'm going to be doing a lot of disco napping. Now, the features you're going to see, the major feature, however, is clubs. Clubs are a new way for your Sims to get together, haha, and, you know, go around town and do things together. The club system is very customizable, and you can literally do everything that you could in the game and create an action for your club members to want to do when you start a gathering. You can make clubs all-inclusive. You can make them restrictive. You can say that this club only allows elders who are single and, you know, have +2 cooking or higher. You can say that this club only likes to swim and drink coffee and paint You can say that this club doesn't like to shower, doesn't like to do their homework. I mean, it's very customizable. Um, if you really wanted to, you could make a club that was only mean to children, or you could make a club of elders that flirt only with married people. It's really up to you. And, this is a really good step forward. It helps to bring back that sandbox feeling where you don't have a script, you don't have, a checklist of things that you need to get done. And speaking back on the first expansion, Get to Work is nice, but it does offer more linear gameplay. You have a job, you have certain things you need to do at your job, daily tasks, and the club system and Get Together, shy away from that. You just play how you want to play. If you want to make a gardening club just to help you take care of your garden at home, you can do it, and your Sims will have fun doing those activities. You also get some really nice perks. The more activities that your Sims in that club gathering do, the more perks they get. Perks can do things like give you secret handshakes. They can allow you to gain a boost to certain skills. They can put you in a mood. So you have a lot of freedom with this new club system, which I like. Now, there are some new things that do only come with Get Together. Cafes are a new venue that you can visit, as well as some of the other venues on the map that you'll get to know and possibly love as you explore with your groups. Now, with cafes, it's a nice thing because we get access to the espresso machine, and your Sims can order different flavors of coffee. Some of those coffees give them different moodlets, depending on which kind they drink. I haven't actually drank all the kinds of coffee, but some of them definitely do give you moodlets, and there's 4 new food items that you can order from the cafe. Things like croissants, cannolis, some kind of chocolate dish, and scones. I was a little disappointed, that you could only order 4 items from the cafe, even though you can order them for here or to go. As you've seen in some of the pictures and trailers, 4 items to me isn't that, that great of an amount. Surprisingly enough, though, the bar gives you a lot of food choices now. Before, you could pretty much only order chips, which are free, but now you can order group meals. You can order things like olives and fries and pretzels, or you can order hummus for your group, meat and cheese platter for your group. So that's actually pretty nice, and I was surprised about that. And there are a couple of new drinks also at the bar that you can order. They're in their own little beer-shaped glasses, even though not all of them are alcohol-related. Now, I will say this. The Sims don't actually drink alcohol. We all know that it's juice, but it's still kind of nice to see, them ordering drinks that look like they're beer at a bar. Now, I'm going to say I am also a little disappointed. Children cannot order their own food from a cafe, obviously not a bar, but they also can't drink drinks that don't seem like they're alcohol related. You can order root beer floats and cream sodas from the bar. Children cannot drink them. Even if you put them in your inventory and take them home, they still can't drink them. So I was a little peeved about that. I mean, it really kind of discourages you or me from wanting to have a children's only club. If I can't order any food and I can't order anything to drink while I'm out, what am I going to do? Just sit at home, go over to little Bobby or little Susie's house and pilfer through their fridge so that I don't starve? Because that's what it's looking like. So I'm happy with the bars and the cafes and giving us new items to order. There's new bar games, Don't Wake the Llama. It's like a weird version of Jenga. Darts. There's even an arcade machine. But heck, if my Sims can't feed themselves just because they're children, I don't know. Doesn't seem all that great. Now, don't get me wrong. The venues are still a lot of fun. Uh, there's a cooler, hipper version of the nightclub that includes the new DJ booth item, the new dance floors. The dance floors are pretty cool. They're not all see-through, but you can do some really neat things by placing them on the ground as floor tiles. And you get 2 new skills, which have to do with Get Together. The DJ mixing skill and the dancing skill. Sims could always dance before, but now they get better at it. And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, the sim dancing that you had in the base game or previous expansions was not all that great. It was kind of awkward, and they kind of had to get into their groove. But it's really actually exciting to see the Sims learn new dance moves and get better at dancing the more their skill progresses. It kind of sucks that dancing only goes up to level 5. I kind of wanted to see them get more skills and get even better. Like, maybe they could do some awesome, amazing thing once they hit level 10, but they pretty much just get a couple of new dance moves, and once they hit level 5, they get a pair of spiffy new dance shoes. It's still really nice to see all the new ways that they can dance, and it makes it feel a little bit more immersive, a little bit more realistic, that my Sims are doing dances that people actually do when they go out to the club or go out to party. Now the DJ skill, though, is a level 10 skill, and basically the higher you get at this skill, the more music you can play. Once you reach the highest levels, you can pump up the crowd, which gets them more excited. You can feel them out, see what kind of mood they're in. You can also record mixtapes and then sell them. You can also get tips for DJing, but there's no new career involved, so you can't just go and look for a DJ job, which is, you know, falling on my side of disappointments. But it's still nice that if you want to go out to a club and have your DJ, your Sim basically take over the role of the DJ, they can get a little bit of simoleons for it. And the DJ booths are pretty cool. If you can upgrade them, they have these like little animations and lights and fog, so it's pretty nifty. And I like that my Sims can dance together. And if you're in a group, you can actually do some synchronized dance moves, which is pretty hilarious to watch. Now, as I've said before, the pool venue is not exclusive to Get Together, but they did give you a new venue, a new pool basically to go to in Windenburg, where you can swim around and show off your diving moves or your diving flops if you happen to be unlucky enough, and you get some moodlets to show off either you did a really good dive, or you got splashed, or you flopped. So it's fun. There are some new things, you know, your Sims can do. It's not just the same old interactions. And speaking of interactions, yeah, you can actually ask Sims about other Sims, or have them trash talk other Sims, or hook up with other Sims. It kind of reminds me of the influence system from Sims 2, but I definitely was not expecting that one. Now, since we've gone over the create a Sim aspect of Get Together, now we're going to go over the build buy mode aspect. And you may have seen this in the base game because they gave us a purple colored pool water, but you get even more colors with Get Together. I don't quite understand why you would need pool colors, but since we can make, quote, natural pools, they do include a green murky color for your pool. I'm a little, again, disappointed. I hate to keep using that word, but I thought natural pools were going to be a little bit more natural, and instead they're just our current pools that we can make with murky colored water and some weeds you can place on top of the surface to make it seem like it's an outdoor, naturally occurring pool of water to swim in, when it's really just a constructed cement pool of water to swim in that you're used to. But aside from that, you actually do get a lot of build and buy mode items. Windenburg is a European themed world, And so they do give you a lot of things that you can put in your game to your current houses, your new houses, to help you recreate houses and community lots that fall into that theme. So I'm pleasantly surprised. CAS is great. Build and buy mode have so many objects for you. The scenery alone is so gorgeous. I mean, I know a lot of it is just background and it's fake, but you really do get this sense that you're in a city and there's mountains and you could be someplace somewhere in Europe and just in the middle of all of this, and it's just really nice to be able to scroll out and look at all that cool stuff in the background. So my Sims are here in a maze getting lost, but there's other new venues. A place called the Bluffs, which is where the natural pool is. There's the Haunted Mansion. They give you a version that you can live in if you go to your gallery, and there's so there's a lot of things for you to do, and for a lot of places for you to take your Sims, and a lot of new interactions. If you light a bonfire, for example, and you have a high dancing skill, you can actually do a fire dance, which is kind of a fiery version of the light dance that you can do if you have high dancing skill. So, I mean, it's nice. There's a lot of interactions. It's kind of funny getting these texts from Sims saying like, hey, I heard you're friends with so-and-so. That's awesome. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for telling me and reaffirming that it's awesome. You'll even get texts from people saying, hey, congratulations on getting a boyfriend. And you're thinking, I didn't even leave my house today. How the heck did you find out? But, it's nice. It feels more like the rest of the world is interacting with you. Likewise, when you're in a club, sorry folks, this little kid is peeing in a bush. You can also boohoo in that bush, which is kind of weird. I think there's some wives' tale about peeing in the bushes that you woohoo in, but alas, let me go back to what I was saying. It's nice also that the NPCs ask to join your club and ask you to join their club. So it feels more like your Sim is involved in the world, not that just you were playing your household and cut off from everybody and nobody cares about you. No, they text you now, they call you now, they invite you to hang out with them. They congratulate you on weird things a lot, a super lot. They're congratulating you. Like, oh my God, please stop. This is embarrassing. More embarrassing than my grandmother. But, getting back on topic. So, I mean, this is a really nice expansion. Your Sims, and coupled with the update to the base game, I feel like my Sims are actually part of this world. I feel like they have friends. The friends want to talk to them, want to hang out with them, want to do things with them. My Sims can do things with their family now without it seeming awkward. I can take them to the park and not have every single one of them run off and do something else. Yes, they're going to do stuff. If they need to pee, they're going to pee. If they're hungry, they're going to try to find food. But all in all, they pretty much stay in your gathering and they have fun while doing it. So if I had to rate this, I would definitely give this a 3.5 out of 5. It's not perfect. There are some things that I wasn't happy with, the children not being able to order food, children not being able to drink cream soda, and just, not being able to use the cafes with Get to Work. I really hope they take a point from Get Together and do something to update that retail system, because when you go to cafes and you see that Sims can order food, you wonder, why can't I do that in my store? But it's EA and it is what it is. So I'm going to leave you all with this little wonderful scene of a new woohoo spot, the closet. And I hope you enjoyed my review. I would definitely get Together when you can. I mean, if you want to wait for it to go on sale, that is fine. There's no rush, but I really think that you'll enjoy this expansion. I have, and I was pleasantly surprised There's so many really cool and great things to do in it. So thank you so much for spending the time to watch this. I hope I helped you, and we will see you next time.
Oh, this is the most satisfying thing ever. We are God in SimCity 4. Wow, that was loud. Oh, you're gonna eat that, huh? You're gonna eat it. I see. What? Nothing. Okay.
And now she is tossing that salad with her... Stop sticking your finger in your ear! Alright, she's tossing the salad with her earwax.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It doesn't really well. Okay.
Oh, they're coming for you, Pablo!
Shit,
Run!
Oh, yeah. These road trips, man, are killing me. Anyway, let me know whenever we are recording. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Extended Play. I'm your host, this is Stuart, and that is a fancy, fancy sign. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.